今天最大的新闻就是美国总统特朗普和欧盟委员会主席冯德莱恩宣布达成新贸易决议共识，内容包括美国将对欧盟输美产品征收 15% 的关税，而欧盟对美零关税。欧盟将对美增加6000亿美元投资及购买价值7500亿美元的美国能源，这还不包括从美国购买军火，据特朗普说也是以1000亿美元为单位来计算。
European Union is going to agree to purchase from the United States $750 billion worth of energy, $750 billion worth of energy. They are going to agree to invest into the United States $600 billion more than they're investing already. So they're investing a large amount of money. You know what that amount of money is. It's very substantial, but they're going to invest an additional $600 billion. They're agreeing to open up their countries to trade at zero tariff. So that's a very big factor. Opening up their countries, all of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff. And they're agreeing to purchase a vast amount of military equipment. We don't know what that number is, but it's the good news is we make the best military equipment in the world, so sort of you have to do that. I mean, until somebody tops us, which is not going to happen. We're way ahead of every other country in terms of the quality of the military equipment. You saw that recently in Iran, and you see that, unfortunately, you see that often for all the wrong reasons, right? So those things are 750 billion, 600 billion, opening up the country. We are agreeing that the tariff straight across for automobiles and everything else will be a straight across tariff of 15%. So we have a tariff of 15%. We have the opening up of all of the European countries, which I think I could say were essentially closed. I mean, you weren't exactly taking our autos, you weren't exactly taking our agriculture, and then you would have smaller things, but for the most part it was closed. And now it's open. It's open for our companies to go in and do a good job with it. I think you'll like them. I think you'll like it. And we will, very importantly, they'll be investing a lot of money, but the military is a big number, but that's one number we're not determining. It's going to be whatever it is, but they're going to be purchasing hundreds of billions of dollars worth of military equipment. They're very important. They're going to purchase $750 billion worth of energy. So that's going to be great. And $600 billion worth of investments into the United States over and above what they have. So, and I think that basically concludes the deal. I mean, those are the main factors.
这个新闻一出来，整个互联网都炸了锅。MAGA 在欢呼，民主党支持者在普及关税实际上是美国消费者承担这个概念。欧洲人大部分在谴责欧盟软弱，对欧盟未来悲观，也有一部分人觉得合理，甚至依然把虚弱的俄罗斯当头号敌人，幻想隐忍几年之后俄罗斯崩溃，然后欧洲能搞到便宜能源。而中国网友主要是这么几个态度和说法：第一，欧洲太弱了，冯德莱恩基本上是个美国人，差不多就是2个美国人决定了欧洲这么多国家的命运，欧盟可以洗洗睡然后解散了。第二，这就是个大型组织杀宠物吃香肉现场，这强盗能力看着真让人眼红了。万岁爷是真聪明，只要不和中俄掐，全球都是他的食材库，饿了就拿来吃。第三，冯德莱恩访中确定只是做做样子了，难怪2天行程缩为1天，原来高层早就看穿要欧盟联中制美是不可能的。欧公子从中国一回去就签了卖身契，所以中方这次也懒得讲究仪式感了，只派个巴士街，没有高阶官员迎送，没有红毯。其实欧洲一直有一种声音在大声疾呼要联中制美防俄，例如 斯洛文尼亚的马克思主义学者齐泽克，他这个月还在一档访谈节目中呼吁欧洲要抓住最后机会，否则将会万劫不复。他说，乔治·奥威尔在1949年出版的《1984》这本书中就预测，世界将会出现3个超级帝国：大洋国、欧亚国和东亚国，刚好奇怪的呼应对照了现在的美国、俄罗斯和中国。美俄都是寡头政治国家，各有各的野心，但中国和他们不同，中国不搞扩张主义，而且中国比美国更懂得挖掘资本主义的潜力，各方面都做得更出色。而欧洲虽然经济仍然很强，但在政治和地理上都被边缘化了。要想在失去美国核保护伞的情况下重新确立自身主权，唯一的机会就是全方位的和中国建立联系，否则欧洲的命运将一片暗淡，无法再存续下去。
So what's the role of Europe here? Europe is still, don't underestimate it, economically relatively strong, especially if you take Europe as a unity, but it's politically, geopolitically marginalized. Okay, Europe can play its role alone. But I think if this happens, it will sooner or later become just a nice, if not something worse, just a nice tourist destination for wealthy visitors from America, from China, and so on. I think Europe deserves something much better. But I doubt if it will be able to use the opportunity. Now that Europe is deprived of the nuclear defense umbrella protection from the United States, it has to reassert its sovereignty, not only against Russia, but also against the United States. And here, the only chance that I see for Europe not remaining alone is a link with China. So I think, in my vision of the things to come, either we are approaching this global neo-feudal order described by Orwell, with a couple of superpowers each controlling its domain, or Europe cannot do it alone. Europe will, in spite of all the misunderstandings, mutual criticism, find a link, commercial link, diplomatic link, and so on, with China. I think if this happens, maybe we can avoid our neo-feudal future, which is otherwise our fate. So quite literally, our destiny is now very dark. Things spontaneously move towards neo-feudalism. I see the only way to prevent this in a big historical pact between Europe and China. It may be naive, it may sound utopian to you, but for me, the true utopia is that without such new creative thinking, Europe can really survive.
不知道齐泽克老先生看到今天的新闻是什么样的心情？这个世界乱糟糟，美国带头私下伪装，按丛林法则办事。不过事情倒也变得简单明了，目标清晰了。对于中国来说，就是放弃所有幻想，准备战斗吧。